Hi, my name is Steve. I'm really happy to be here tonight, and thank you for listening. I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can enrich your life by meditating on your own death, which is a very sunny topic. So here we go. I want to preface this by saying I really don't know anything. I know things about the world, how to live in the world, but on a grand scale, in terms of why we're here, what the purpose of life is, I don't know anything I can rationally explain to you. I also want to say that I have never fought in a war. I've never been a refugee of a war. I've never been hungry, wondering where my next meal will come from. I have never seriously contemplated suicide, but I know those who have. I have lost those close to me, though. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of context about me personally. When I was in college, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And my main symptoms were intense nausea and intestinal cramping. I eventually lost enough weight that I began to fear for my life a little bit. This was my first real encounter with my own mortality. At a time when others are really celebrating the height of their health, 19 or 20, this is what I was experiencing. So it was my first real brush with death. In 2009, my wife Lauren and I got married in India. And 3 days after that, I fell to the bottom of this very staircase right here, directly onto my nose. Had I fallen anywhere else on my head, I would have died. In fact, Lauren did think I was dead for a few seconds. 2 reconstructive surgeries later, this is my new nose. So later that same year, I was driving late at night, fell asleep at the wheel, ran off the road and hit a telephone pole. The only thing that saved my life was that it had recently snowed, which slowed my car down just enough. Most recently, in April of this year, I was held up at gunpoint behind my house, and for whatever reason this time it stuck. I got the picture. This image of this gun in my chest has been a gift for me, a way of saying life is fleeting, a constant reminder of how thin the line is between life and death. Here's a brute fact. You are going to die. Here's another brute fact. You have no idea really when you are going to die. From a cosmic perspective, you're like this dandelion. We're here for one moment and one stiff breeze and we're gone. With that said, isn't this cycle kind of insane? Monday, Wednesday is hump day. Oh, Thursday's almost there. Friday, thank God. Saturday, Sunday, I can't wait for the week I'm dreading the week starting. We want our weeks to end and we dread them beginning again. I know I do this all the time. We subject ourselves to a weekly routine and then we do anything to distract ourselves from that routine. This is what our society is engineered for. So we live in this routine that we then construct a comfort bubble around. So we set up our comfort zone, and then whenever anything bumps up against or rubs against it, we tend to panic. At least I know I do, because we realize it's so inherently fragile. There's nothing to it in the end, and we do everything to try to preserve it. So let's try a little experiment now. Let's sit tight with nothing for about 10 seconds. So during that little moment there, we felt the passage of time pretty clearly. At least I know I did. Maybe the point of it all is to get to that place of true awareness where we're able to sit with what comes up, good or bad, from a place of undistracted observation. So when I fell down the stairs, I experienced this moment of complete stillness. It was like nothing else was going on. I was in the moment. I've talked to other people who've had near-death experiences that have also experienced this moment. And this is very tied into that true awareness we were just talking about. So let's go a little further with a nod to Tibetan Buddhist meditations on death. I have tried this recently. Imagine your body in a coffin. You can imagine your consciousness floating over top the body. You can imagine it inside your head. Now take it further. Try to imagine your body with the skin slowly beginning to dissolve. This doesn't need to be gory. Just sit with your body. Imagine the skin dissolving to get to the bones underneath. And just sit with this image. Now imagine your bones beginning to disintegrate. Follow this forward. Eons pass and your bones fall back into earth, covered over with sand and dust and dirt. Like it or not, this is what will eventually happen to your body in an instant on the grand time scale. Now let's try this. What if we all come from the same place and return to the same place? Call it what you want: void, energy, unity, heaven. What if we come from one place and return to this place, the same place, over and over again? Death is inevitable, so why live in fear? The end of life is scary, but it's also about embracing the fact that we can't hold on to anything we've gathered and we've acquired over time. So I would say that coming to terms with your own death is a reorientation with life, an embracing of the moment. We are here as opposed to not being here, so what now? This is a miracle. Life, embrace life, live it fully. Start to realize the incredible beauty of the world. There is nothing to lose. Thank you.